Shining a bright red as always, I'm Red Luster, and welcome back to this game. We're just gonna go right back to it. And apparently these aren't split up into chapters. They're split up into bites. Cause you know, it's finger licking good. Man, even just the loading screen makes me hungry. I haven't had fried chicken in a while. Which, speaking of which, I am currently snacking on some chicken. You awake on day 2 and attempt to process the wild visions you had. Were they memories or premonitions? And then there was that secret ingredient that Colonel Sanders went ahead and told you outright. Not much of a secret, huh? It was probably just because he trusts you so much. Sure, that makes sense. We'll go with that. You meet up with your bestie in front of the school. Before you can tell her about the encounter with the spork monster, she launches into a story of her own. Okay, I know this might sound a little strange, but I think I might be, I think I might like Clank. Like him? Like? I know, it sounds like it's moving too fast, but there's something about him. I like him. Like him. You're attracted to a literal machine. You do you. We got to talking after class, and he's actually a really sweet guy. Not only that, but he's really smart. He told me all kinds of stories about Colonel Sanders. Did you know that Colonel Sanders was the most popular kid in his high school? No, but that makes complete sense. Yeah, but he was so popular that he was voted prom king at school that he didn't even go to. It was also the Wait, what? Yeah, but he was so popular that he was voted prom king at a school that he didn't even go to, and was also the convertible that he himself rode in the front of the homecoming parade. That's what I was thinking too. I'm thinking maybe something got lost in the pressure cooking language translation there. Either way, maybe it's best you take it slow with this new boy, like I am with Colonel Sanders. You and Colonel Sanders, the coolest guy in school, the most famous student to ever attend University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, you're a thing now? We definitely connected yesterday. Sure you did. You're great. Why wouldn't he be into you, I guess? Laughing at the implication that you and Colonel Sanders might be a thing is definitely not cool. You are great. You have an idea how to prove that your love is real. Well, if he's not into me, then why did he tell me all the secret ingredients? Huh? Checkmate, Miriam. Your bestie's eyes light up. A secret ingredient. Yeah, I just said that, a secret ingredient. Is there a dramatic echo in here? Miriam checks to make sure you're alone before continuing. Uh-oh. What? So this summer, I was on vacation with my family. A lovely man approached me in the botanical garden where I was wandering. This can't be good. He told me all about his passion for spices. Secret spices. The man even gave me some to show me what he meant. He said it was a powder created from super duper rare dried flower petals. And that if I did him a big favor, I could have some of my own. Please, Miriam, don't tell me. So I filled my suitcase with them and brought them home. He was so nice, he even met me at the gate when I arrived. Later, when I cooked with them, a very strange feeling came over me, and the flavor is unlike anything I've ever tasted. I think you're being very liberal with the meaning of spices here. What is that face? Whatever. Anyhow, we both shared an interest in cooking, so we've stayed in touch. You know, like pen pals. I bet he would love to know more about new spices. Well, I'm definitely not supposed to share Colonel Sanders' secret recipe. And besides, I only know one ingredient, so I doubt it'd be much use to anyone. The fibber. Please, please, please! It would mean the world to me. No one has to know it came from you or Colonel Sanders. What do you think? Should you protect Colonel Sanders' secret or share it with your bestie? I'm gonna make up a fake ingredient. I'm sorry, Miriam, but I can't tell you. You quickly think of a fake ingredient name. I don't know, how about... It was Eye of Newt. I know, which sounds like some kind of witch's potion, but what can you do? Eye of Newt. Wow. Her eyes light up imagining such a thing, and you figure you've satisfied her curiosity and she'll move on. However, she immediately turns around and does some thumb typing on her phone that you can't quite see. That's probably not good. Before you can ask her to confirm that she's definitely not texting secrets to other people, you're interrupted. A wind rushes in. Cherry blossoms petals fill the air. Is it Colonel Sanders in the distance? It's Colonel Sanders! He's arriving at school. Stand back and admire his majestic glory. Or run to him. Oh, I don't know which is better. Stand back, let the man have his room. Colonel Sanders' horse is truly a thing of beauty. Without ever acknowledging he's being watched, he does a short horse dance before dismounting with a flourish. He then slaps a beautiful creature gently on its rear, sending it running free into the countryside. You are so struck by the sight of him that you lose the ability to speak coherently. Sanders, he attractive! Oh, I didn't realize anyone was watching. Don't worry, he knows his way home. You attempt to compliment Colonel Sanders, but words don't come out exactly right. What a horseful beaut you have! I mean, what a horseful beaut you have! Dang it, that's just what I said. Being a good friend, Miriam attempts to cover for you. Oh, Varen just gets really nervous around people they like. But that's not helping. I mean, they got food poisoning and they were up all night. It was gruesome. You should have seen it. She gives you a wink and a smile as if to say situation handled. Can't blame the girl for trying. And with that, Colonel Sanders disappears into school, leaving you and Miriam to follow. When you enter the classroom, you can see your two rivals, Ashla and Van Van, are doing something bad. By the way they're hiding, you know it must be really bad. Like counterfeiting recipes bad. Experimenting with restricted ingredients bad. Summoning a demon bad? That's a little far. You try to get a peek over Van Van's hulking shoulder, but he sees you coming. Whoa there, little one. I'm not sure you're ready to handle this. Why don't you make like a bee and mind your own wax, honey? Tell them to stop acting immature, act like you're not interested in them, but really try to get a closer look. Go ahead and get a closer look. You sit near the rivals, but with your back turned to them. You even hear Van Van mutter something that sounds like a magic spell. However, he notices you eavesdropping. You try to cover your tracks and improvise an excuse. It's time for class. You're distracting the rest of us who want to learn. Now you've upset them. Oh, and you're the Emperor of Cooking, are you? You make the rules? Ugh. I'm not sure if you know a good meal if it ate you. Being the best chef in the world takes more than just culinary skills. It takes creativity. It takes panache. It doesn't hurt to use a little evil. You finally get a little look. It's the book, isn't it? How did I know? It's a book, just like the one you found earlier with the spork monster. That's the same book I found last night in the quad. Ashley immediately elbows Van Van, who hides the book behind his back. I don't know what you're talking about. That book is a family heirloom, and its contents are secret. You notice that they haven't been studying the book. Wait, you notice that they just haven't been studying the book. They've got Pop pinned to the wall, and they're tossing potato skins at him as he tries to catch them in his mouth. We're playing! Hee hee. Before you can dig in any further, you're interrupted by the arrival of one more students. It's almost time for class. Beep, beep. Clank must be running late. He's in such a hurry that he rolls right over Van Van's meaty foot. Ugh. Hey, watch it, you bucket of bolts! Hey, you watch... Don't say anything bad about Clank, he's a good boy. Bzzz. Womp. Who do you think you're talking to? I've never heard such language, even from a stand mixer. Womp womp. No, your mother was a stand mixer. Or bzz bzz bzz. Uh-oh. You're getting Clank all worked up. Van Van jumps to attack Clank, but Clank shocks Van Van, sending him flying across the room. Oh, protect me, Colonel Sanders. These crazed men are about to come to blows. I think it must be over me, but I'm not interested in either of them. Ashley's tone changed completely in an instant. She bats her eyelashes at Colonel Sanders. Surely he must know this is a ruse, right? Gentlemen, get a hold of yourself. Save for the arena, at least. Or don't. Honestly, what do I care? I've got lofty career aspirations to focus on. Yep, you heard it from Colonel Sanders. He's too busy for your squabbling. Maybe I can help you with your business plan. Just then, Sprinkles arrives to signal a true start of class day. I completely butchered that sentence, I'm sorry. He's panting, which doesn't seem that abnormal. He's a professor, but he's also a dog. Students, please take your seats. I apologize for my late arrival. I spent the morning chasing a car all around town. My tiny legs are very, very tired. But I'm here now, and I hope you're ready for learning. Rub his furry dog belly. He loves it. After he catches his breath, Sprinkles regains control of the classroom. Without further ado, we'll review the global history of my favorite fowl, the chicken. You want to pay attention to the lesson. Truly you do. Which is why in 1776, at the signing of the Declaration of Independence, it was Chicken who first signed their name. Okay. But you can't help but daydream about Colonel Sanders, and you miss most of the important parts. When you come to, Sprinkles is holding a tray of food in front of you. Well, Varen? Naturally, this appears to be a sample platter. Which item do you want to sample? Well, I don't want to take the dog biscuit, because I think he would want that. A glass of water sounds extremely plain. Let's eat the pepper. A brightly colored pepper stands out from the other items. It sparkles in the way most eye-catching way, so naturally reach out, grab it, eat it right away. However, your body is not prepared for the heat. The pepper has triggered an intense spice hallucination. It feels like forever as you trip through the universe. My friend, ooh. This guy again? I'm here to give you an important message. Ooh. You must avenge my death to fulfill your destiny. All you must do is... Bullcrap. I was saying, to fulfill your destiny, all you must do is... Sorry, I think I still got some spice stuck in my throat. It's fine, I'll work through... to fulfill... the prophecy... You must. You feel yourself begin to regain consciousness. Oh man. You come to and you find everyone is staring at you. That pepper was the last of its kind on Earth and it's gone forever. You think to yourself, geez, I should pay better attention. Also, why would the last of a pepper's kind be in a frickin' school? We all make mistakes. I'm sure he'll forgive you. Someday. Come on, it's time for lunch. Before anyone can relax, the cafeteria lights dim. And your rivals enter to make a dramatic announcement. Today's lunch will be prepared via a competitive cook-off. The level of theatrics with these two is off the charts. Demand they stop wasting everyone's time. Step up and tell them you're on. I don't know. I really don't want to humor these two. But I don't want to back down either. I don't want to humor them more. Is everything a competition with you two? Yes? Yeah. Well, not with me. I'm on a personal journey. To learn, to love. To learn to love? Sure, why not? But not to constantly battle. Yeah, stop getting your genres crossed. Don't you have some portable monsters to capture or something? I get it. I need to eat if I'm going to sustain the energy to sustain my education and pursue my dreams of being a master chef. How are any of us supposed to get anywhere if you're constantly fending off challenges from every know-it-all with an apron? Besides, I already brought my own lunch. Baron, you should have it. It'll give you the energy you need to succeed. Thank you, Miriam, for just straight up giving me your lunch. And presents a gift to you. Huh? My special grilled cheese and tomato soup with chocolate milk to wash it down. And a tartlet for dessert. It's so tiny. It only takes you about 5 seconds to eat Miriam's tiny food, but it's just what you need for motivation. You know what? I've learned enough for today. Let's battle. Just as things are reaching a boiling point, Sprinkle steps in. Surely he'll put a stop to this madness. Now, students, please settle down. There's a lunchroom and a sports court. Finally, a little sense. You breathe a sigh of relief. At least not until we turn on the timer! Just then a huge light blasts you in the face, flashing the words, "Timer ready." That's what I'm talking about. I stand corrected. If it's a battle you want, it's a battle you'll get. My bestie can best all of them. Best believe it. Believe it! I'm suddenly Naruto in this. You know what? Seeing as everyone is anime, I might as well be Naruto. Like a diamond, I was formed under pressure. Now it's my time to shine. I will defeat you myself. You had this chicken, and you made mashed potatoes and gravy on day 1. You're feeling definitely really impressive here. Time to boil some water for the potatoes. Think fast. If the timer runs down, you'll be forced to pick randomly. What temperature does water boil at? 150. I don't know! No, don't do this to me. I don't actually know anything about this. You're gonna need to season this chicken before you cook it. You don't know Colonel Sam's recipe exactly, but you have an idea. Hame 11. You don't know all the ingredients yet, but at least you're heading in the right direction. Tail wagging intensifies. Now you've got some basic steps going, it's time to elevate your craft. What state of mind offers most flavor? Gratitude. That's right. You must never take this opportunity for granted if you hope to succeed. Your classmates are rooting for you, but actually simply stronger and faster than you. You better pick up the pace if you want to survive. When you were a child, your father told you never forget where you came from. Every day you meditate on his advice and draw energy from that place. Alright, where does energy come from? That's right. This is your shot and you're not going to miss it. I'm sorry I didn't read them, but timer. Ow! You try to shut the noise of the arena and focus on your cooking. What is the sign of success? Sizzling. How is that wrong? Don't make me get the... Shut up! Next question. You notice Colonel Sanders out of the corner of your eye. I believe in you, Baron. He's actually cheering you on. Which would be awesome, except knowing he's watching you makes you totally forget what you're doing. No! Now all I can think about is Colonel Sanders. How many spoonfuls? None of those were answers. You're stranded on a desert island with only one dessert cookbook. Which do you take? What a hunk. I know, right? You know what? Shouldn't you be focused on a challenge? You're falling behind. None of these answers! What does that have to do with crafting spectacular fried chicken and delicate baked biscuits? Woof woof. You're really struggling to keep up. The next station over, Ashley's already begun playing elements of her dish. It's colorful and complex. To make up for time, you toss your biscuit dough into a stand mixer. As you do, the crowd gasps. Yikes! Oh no, Clank! I know you love nothing more than seeing a fellow appliance utilized in the kitchen valve, but sometimes that means sacrificing a personal touch. You might not actually have any hands, but Varen does, and a good chef needs to be touching the dough to know when it's properly mixed. There's an easy way and a hard way. You don't get far by doing the easy way. When you hear everyone talking, you realize how serious your error was. You immediately shove your hand to the mixer to rescue dough before it's overmixed. Varen, no! But you're not fast enough and your hand gets stuck. It's immediately crushed by the quickly spinning beaters. There's no way you'll be able to use that hand for the rest of the match. Colonel Sanders shakes his head in shame. What you often find is the easy way can turn out to be much, much more difficult. Everyone, stop what you're doing right now. This battle is over. It can't be. I was so close to finishing my dish. Sweetheart, look at your hand. You simply can't go on. Aw, that's too bad. Here I am with the completed dish, ready to serve. Surely that makes me the winner by default. No, it wouldn't be fair to compete the two on account of Varen's injury. Ha! Your victory is invalidated. You see Sprinkles begin to lick his little doggy chops as he locks onto the dish. But I suppose you should at least tell us what you prepared. Well, because I'm the sweetest, I skip straight to dessert. Under this white chocolate dome, you'll find a wide array of delights, taking you on a journey of flavor which tastes good and tells a story of excellence. I was going to ask Vera to do the honor, but since you're injured, I'm afraid pouring this creamer of delicate hot chocolate sauce might be too difficult. Colonel Sanders, you wouldn't mind lending your strong, steady hand. Colonel Sanders pours the hot chocolate sauce on top of the dome, causing it to melt away, revealing the ingredients hidden within. Inside, you find delicate fried cheese croquette atop a slice of honeycomb, ice cream 2 ways, tender nougat, and pearls of blueberry galette. Honeycomb? I don't think you can eat honeycomb. Like, it's wax? I know there's honey in it, but you extract that. Colonel Sanders seems intrigued, but perhaps not impressed as he dips his finger into the chocolate sauce. Simplicity isn't your strong suit, is it, Ashley? Oh, you, hee. As he places the sauce-covered finger to his lips, Ashley leans over and whispers something into his ear. A dab of sauce sticks to his mustache. Internalize the rage you feel. Put yourself between Colonel Sanders and Ashley. I don't like either of these answers. I'm gonna have to internalize it. Your rage burns so intensely within your eyes they burst into flames. The flames cause your eyebrows to catch fire and burn to ash. And they fall off of your face, which means people will have a hard time understanding your emotions for the rest of the semester. Perhaps forever. Embarrassed and ashamed by your poor performance, not to mention your crispy fried brow, you run for the quad to be alone. The beautiful weather feels like an insult. Inside of you, a storm rages. It's Colonel Sanders. He's probably here to tell you that he and Ashley are in love and decide to get married. Oh, wow. He won't even ask you to cater to his wedding because you're a terrible chef and an awful person. Wow, I am quick to beat myself up. How realistic. You try to hide from him, but he approaches you directly. I know you're hurting right now. Not just from the devastating loss, but from that run-in with the mixer and that small fire. We should definitely get that checked out. I'm fine. Can't you just leave me alone? I'm a loser. I'm not fit to fill your fryer. I'll never be a master chef. Failure is part of life, not just for you, but for all of us. Do you think I've never failed at anything before? That's exactly what I think. You're Colonel Sanders, you're perfect. Well, think again. I wasn't always the man you've seen before you. Enrolled in culinary school, incredibly handsome, successful, motivated. Well, handsome, sure. I was born that way. Now I just imagined a little baby, but just with Colonel Sanders' face. I've walked other paths and arrived at dead ends. I was passionate about life, but I failed as an obstetrician. I was passionate about justice, but I failed as a lawyer. I was passionate about livestock, but I even failed as a mule handler. That one was especially humiliating. Mules can be so cruel. I didn't know. People see my delicate ribbon tie and well-cut beard and assume that I've all got it together. Which is true now, but it hasn't always been. Sounds like this guy could really use a hug. Man, who wouldn't want to hug Colonel Sanders? I resolved then that I was going to amount to something. No amount of hours, labor, or money would deter me from giving it the best I could give. As Sanders changes focus, you can see something ignite in him, a burning passion. One has to remember that every failure can be a stepping stone to something better. My new dream is pure. It's honest. It's something that a humble man in the crisp white suit can be proud of. I will create a chain of chicken restaurants that will bring joy to the entire world and make up for my past misdeeds. Yay! And suddenly pop. Just as your moment grows intimate, you're interrupted by a threatening, shadowy presence. Battle scarred from the night before you prepare for the worst. It's the Spork Monster. Oh boy. Gorko, the Spork Monster, is here to fight a hero. Is anyone feeling a bit of deja vu? I'm sorry, Gorko, but I could have sworn we battled you last night. That was Borko, my twin, and I, Gorko, am here to avenge them. Are you stronger than Borko? Well, we're twins, so not really. We're pretty much equally in every way. Why do you ask? Colonel Sanders smirks. He's already on the same page as you. It's just that we beat Borko pretty easily, so I don't think you have much of a chance. Not to mention, I feel really guilty about that. If I could take it back, I would. I think what Baron is saying is, can't we just be friends? Life's too short to be making enemies. I suppose we don't really need to fight. It's just that I got these pointy teeth and claws. All the better for enjoying tasty foods. Sure, you like to eat, don't we all? Of course I do. Inspiration strikes you and you come up with a quick idea. Chomp on this! You toss a biscuit and the Gorko's open mouth and he devours it in one gulp. Delicious! You're much nicer than the evil students who once upon a time turned me into this creature who stands here today. I don't believe it. You were a human once? Well, no, I was a Chihuahua. But I was still a student at this school, until one day some mean kids with a magic spell book cast a dark enchantment on me, and I was forever transformed. A magic spell book? Precisely. Borko used to have a copy, but along the way I've lost it. If you can find such a book, I beg you, respect it. You're a powerful chef, and shouldn't rely on such dark and evil magic. No, you should be protecting the innocent from those who would cheat them through this sorcery and guile. If you need me, don't fear, I will be there. It sounds like there are some bad cooks in the kitchen of life. Farron, you and I will surely defeat them. Come back to my hideaway, we can discuss. A personal invite! You can't imagine what Colonel Sanders' home must be like. It sounds like you're about to find out. Ooh. I was right! Look at him! Oh my god, I called that 110%. He was born with that face. Exactly that face. Huh, I'm sorry I explode like that, but I can't believe I called that so well. Stepping inside Sanders' home, surrounded by his things, you feel a special bond with him. Looks like you've lived such an exciting life, Colonel Sanders. Every day can be an adventure if you approach it with the right attitude. Long ago, I made the decision to never stop searching, never stop working, and never stop imagining. Have you been working on any new recipes of your own lately? I'm always excited to talk about food with an ambitious chef. Well, there is something. It's just a little side dish I've been tinkering with, trying to find the right balance of flavors and textures. I'm not sure if I nailed it just yet, but I'm close. Colonel Sanders' eyes perk up as he starts to wonder what dish you might be describing. It's meant to be paired with something spicy or maybe something crispy, maybe both? Now you've got him right where you want him. Should you reveal your new creation to him? Or keep it a secret just for you? You know, I can trust Colonel Sanders. I can trust Colonel Sanders. You decide that you're as ready as you'll ever be to share your original cooking recipe with Colonel Sanders. Before you can talk yourself out of it, you decide to dive in head first. You reach into your lunch bag for a special dish you've been icing all day. I present to you my original coleslaw. Woo! The shredded cabbage dish glistens in the light, Colonel's Lux hideaway. Magnificent! Together, you chow down on a creamy slaw until only a spoonful remains in the bowl. Do you mind if I hold on to the last bite? I like to have it around so that I can admire the taste later and think back to this moment. You could offer to make him more, but he seems very sentimental. Sure, why not? Huh. A little suspicious, but I'll withhold. It's Colonel Sanders. Please, make yourself comfortable. I'll be back in just a moment. You realize now would be the perfect time to do some snooping. Around the room are various items you can look closer at. Each item seems to radiate memories and emotions. Tap on item to discover more about the Colonel. Oh. You know, I've actually been looking at this urn. I'm wondering what it is. You take a closer look at a large urn sitting on a nearby pedestal. There's a plaque on it. It's dusty, but when you wipe it off, you can read the inscription. It says, "Here lie the ashes of all my past careers and business failures." Poor guy. This must be where he keeps his secret recipe. You think for a moment, what number is important to Colonel Sanders? Then it dawns on you. As soon as you turn the dial to 111111, the safe opens. Inside you find a single note. Huh. I didn't even read it. Whoops. Comb? A lock of silver hair is woven into the teeth of the comb. Upon further inspection, you realize the hair therein isn't silvery in color. It's actually just made of spun silver. Why'd the door open? What's with the door? You open a door to Colonel Sanders' closet and you find a row of his signature white suits hanging in them. You take one off its hanger and try it on. The jacket is a bit big for you, but it's soft and comfortable. You gave yourself a deep hug, breathing in the scent. They say home is where the heart is. Is this what he meant? Before you can look any further, you hear Colonel Sanders returning. He has a new dish he's been working on and he wants you to taste it. You try to act casual until he asks you why you're wearing his jacket.
Aww.
I don't usually loan those out, but I must say, it looks good on you. Colonel Sanders then proceeds to lean in and whisper, "Finger licking good." Ah, crap, the jacket! You forgot to take it off. You decide now is your moment to make a big move. Tell him you're cold, fess up and tell the truth. Well, tell him the truth, be honest. You confess. I think I've developed feelings for you. I may be developing feelings for you too, but I'm concerned. I can't let anything get in the way of my dreams. Overwhelmed, you take off the jacket and run to the door. But the thought of leaving Colonel to miss such an emotional breakthrough gives you pause. You stop yourself. Colonel? Yes, Baron? I honestly think this may be the beginning of something very wonderful. I think you're right. We should take things slow. You talk late into the night and drift off into a slumber. Dream sequence! Hey, chicken, 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 chicken. You awake to a beautiful morning in a Colonel Sanders hideaway. Did you make the right decision on how to respond to Colonel Sanders? Only time will truly tell. Today is a day that can change the rest of your life. Your thoughts are interrupted when Colonel Sanders emerges into the room. He's holding a gorgeously plated breakfast and your mouth waters at the sight of it. Here's just a simple breakfast I just whipped up. It's meticulous. You taste Colonel Sanders' food and it takes you on a journey. When you return, he's waiting to ask you an important question. So, would you say that we're a perfect match? How presumptuous! My cuisine and your taste buds, that is. Such confidence, such grace. Can you be the world's greatest gift to cookery? Flatter him. You know, I think we might make a great team. A single tear begins to pool in the corner of his eye as he gazes out the window. And with the right business partner, I know I can't fail. Business partner? Could he be talking to you? It's all happening so quickly. Overcome with emotion, confused by your feelings, you're on the verge of tears. Unable to speak, the only answer you can find is to run out the door and get home. There's still one more day of school after all. The University Cooking School, Academy for Learning, waits for no one. You get home to find something very surprising. Your best friend is waiting for you. Where have you been? Because I had one heck of a night. I've been desperate to talk to you about it, but I couldn't find you. I got worried that something happened to you. It's okay, I was just... But now that it turns out you're fine, I could finally get you up to speed on the saga of Miriam. Sure, but... You will not believe what happened to me the other day at school. I went on a date. I think I can believe that. Since I've been partnered up with Clank, he asked me to go out with him. Of course I told him, you better keep your dials turned to polite and respectful. I'm not that kind of girl. But he was just interested in spending some one-on-one time together and getting to know me, so I said, yeah, sure, I can get to know the little metallic guy. Long story short, he took me skydiving with his friends, but things quickly spiraled out of control. Did she just say skydiving as if that's a typical first date to go on a talking pressure cooker? And now I'm not really sure where we stand. You don't give Miriam time to tell her whole story, however. Balling up the details of your own night might be just too much to bear. And I went on a date too. Back at Colonel Sanders' house, where I spent the night with him. You what? Nothing happened, but the emotional connection. Wowzers. Miriam tells you to move on from his whole Colonel Sanders obsession and focus on school. If being obsessed with Colonel Sanders is wrong, you don't want to be right. After a short argument, you both agree to go on your separate ways. Oh boy, I need to stop here, my voice is running out. But, oh boy. This has been Red Luster, signing out.